LIFW. LIFW, absolute freaking monster. 100% gain on LIFW, in at $5.28, out at $10.55. The lesson I want to go over with you guys for this trade is all about an indicator that I use that we call the trade line. Don't go looking for the trade line on your charting software. You're not going to find it. That's a common term. That's a slang term that traders use. The 9 EMA is the trade line is the 9 exponential moving average. Now, some traders use the 8 exponential moving average. Some use the 10, the 11, the 12. They're all extremely similar. I use the 9. You can use the 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. I use the 9. One of our other moderators uses the 8. Okay, they're going to be very, very similar. There'll be a couple of pennies off. The 9 exponential moving average is listen to me carefully, a momentum indicator. It is an indicator that will only be relevant when a stock is experiencing a momentum directional move. If a stock is going through a consolidation phase, it will not be relevant. Now, this is one of the indicators that I use in my trading. I use it on my intraday charts. I use it on my 3-minute, my 5-minute, my 15-minute. We also have it on the daily. It's a momentum indicator. When a stock has momentum, the trade line will tend to act as support on the way up and resistance on the way down. Now, there's one particular setup that I teach that's called a trade line VWAP crossover, which is when a stock has a big volume surge, when a stock has a clear directional momentum move. When you get the trade line crosses over VWAP, that is a buy signal. And then you look for the trade line to be support then going forward. So whenever the stock pulls back to the trade line, you buy it. And then you get the bounce off the trade line while the momentum continues. Shoots up and then halts. This little dash, that dash is a halt. We halted at $5.87. At that moment, I came on the mic and I told members at your trading group that hey, if we pull back into the 520s off of this halt, I'm going to buy it. Why? Why did I say that? Because this teal blue line, this teal like blue line you see right here, that's the 9 exponential moving average. So what I'm looking for is, here's your trade line VWAP cross. There's your increase in volume when you got the cross. There's clearly directional momentum as the stock is squeezing face. So I said, okay, let's see if we pull back into that trade line. Let's look to become a buyer. So I told my members while the stock was halted, I came on the mic. This is how I do it every time. I come on the mic and I say, okay, guys, if the stock pulls back into the 520s, I'm going to buy it. My stop loss is going to be underneath VWAP, right underneath 450. Verbatim what I said to members. So this way, before the stock gets there, you know where I'm buying. I told you, 520s, I am buying LIFW. Where's my stop loss? Underneath 450, 440, 445. That's my stop loss. So now you know exactly where to get in and you know exactly where to get out. That helps you determine how many shares do you want to actually go ahead and buy. So that everybody knows the deal before the market even opens back up from this trading hall. Then, now where did I get that from? Valid question. Let me show you. Let's go to the daily chart. We go off to the daily chart. And what I see when you get to this daily chart is, see this purple line? See this purple line on my screen? This purple line is a 100-day moving average. This little pink purple line, you can see it was resistance back there. And then you can see it was resistance all here. Well, we shot above that. That was sitting at $4.50, right? Or at the time that was sitting like, right around $5 actually. Okay, that purple line that you guys see on my screen. So I said, okay, I'm looking for that to become support now. And then you had a nice resistance level up there around $7.50 to $8. And that's where I was like, okay, I think we can get this thing to $8. That's why I told everybody, go, guys, I think this stock can get to 8. I'm going to take the bulk of my position off at 8. I'm going to hold on to some. Because if we squeeze, it's got room to like 10.50 and then maybe 13. That was what I told everybody inside Church Trading. It even went a little further. It even went a little further than that. But that is where I said I'm going to be a buyer. And then what do you know? Right out of the halt, boom. Look at that. Now pay very close attention to the candle that you see on my screen. You dropped right to where? The low is $5.07. Well, I just got done telling all of our members that if this stock gets into the 520s, I'm going to buy it. And I said my stop loss is going to be underneath VWAP. VWAP is this orange line you see on my screen at $4.50. So right there's my stop loss. Okay, here it is. I'll make it red just so you guys can see if this price was reached. Okay, if that price was reached, I would have been out of my position. I would have taken a loss and I would have moved on. I would have looked for something else to trade. But we dropped right into my buy zone. I'll highlight my buy zone in green. We dropped right into the buy zone. Okay, there's your buy zone. Why is this the buy zone? Because it's right in front of what? The trade line. right? There's that trade line, that teal blue line that I just got done telling you guys. We dropped into it. Boom. There's my buy zone. $5.28 was the entry for the long. And folks, this thing absolutely freaking exploded. Are you kidding me? Look at this rip. Look at this thing. This thing went all the way to $16.50. Okay, I'm sorry, $17.50. Look at this move. I bought this thing all the way here at $5.28. There's the entry at the trade line, right? You see we dipped into the trade line, we took the long, and the stock just absolutely explodes. And what I want you to notice is look at how we hold the trade line. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this support. See how you're holding support at the trade line? See that support, support, support? Look at this. Okay, support. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Look at this. It looks so simple after the fact, doesn't it? But once you learn, look at this. Once you learn this, guys, I'll teach you this. Look at this move. Oh my goodness, my Lord. Look at this move, right? And then just, okay, when that trade line breaks, boom, exit your position. There it is. That's it. Now that's a 3-minute chart. What about a 5-minute chart? Let's take a look at that. Look at the trade line on the 5-minute chart. Same thing. Look at this. Here's 5-minute chart. Look at this support. Riding the trade line, folks. Riding the trade line was just an absolute monster home run of a trade.